Electoral Commission (INEC). The requests were contained in two letters the President transmitted to the Senate and read by Senate President Adebola Adebayo during plenary. After reading the letters, Adebayo referred the nomination of Yusuf and Marafa to the Committees on Foreign Affairs and Electoral Matters for further legislative work and to report back in 1 week. The Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, on Tuesday commissioned the motor park and 540 modern shops constructed by the Ibadan North Local Government and ordered the immediate relocation of roadside traders at the Bodija Market, Ibadan, to the shops at no cost to the beneficiaries. Governor Makinde had named the ultra-modern shops and park after the Babaloja of Bodija Market, Alhaji Sumaila Aderemi Jimo, said the construction of the shops and park was part of his administration's commitment to restoring order and improving the trading environment at the market. He further stated that traders currently operating on the other side of the Bodija UI road would be relocated to another set of auto-modern shops and motor park in the next 6 months. In his welcome address, the chairman, Ibadan North Local Government, Honorable Seun Olufade, applauded Governor Makinde for what he described as his unwavering commitment to people-centered governance. He noted that the project stands as a further proof of the governor's dedication to improving the lives of residents, describing it as a testament to the governor's enduring love and responsibility toward the people of the state. In another story, veteran broadcaster Mrs. Bola Joseph has raised the alarm over Nigeria's deteriorating security landscape, noting that the nation is currently embroiled in a war of insecurity comparable to the unrest of the 1960s. Addressing the Nigeria Association of Women Journalists, NAWJ, at the NUJ Press Center, Joseph called for a more aggressive investigative approach to unmask the architects of kidnapping and terrorism in the country. Our staff reporter, Kudirat Hakima Pamper, attended the event and filed this report.
Veteran broadcaster Mrs. Bola Joseph, while speaking on the theme of the summit, Women Driving Peace and Conflict Resolution in Nigeria, expressed with regret the aftermath of killings, kidnapping, and banditry, as those that feels the impact are mainly women, as it involves their husbands and children. Mrs. Joseph stated that women have the brain, the wisdom, and the God-ordained power and ability to negotiate and resolve issues, no matter how difficult, stating that the trip of the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, to the United States of America was mainly on peace mission.
Women have the brain. That you are, journalists means you are very brilliant, you are smart. And not only that, women have this brain, they have the brain, they have the wisdom, they have the God-ordained power and ability to negotiate and resolve issues, no matter how difficult. Okay, recently it was reported that the First Lady visited the United States of America. We were the ones that reported it. Right. She went there on a peace mission.
However, charged and encouraged female journalists on the need for peacemaking efforts, adding that women should be given a voice at the decision-making level of peace building and conflict resolution. Earlier, in a goodwill message, the Vice President of NAWJ B Zone, Mrs. Adebola Adebayo, stated that NAWJ is working hard to ensure the women's voices are not just heard but being implemented. In our welcome address, the NAWJ chairperson, Oyo State Chapter, Comrade Omolola Alamu, emphasized the need for everyone, especially women journalists, to see the fight for peace in Nigeria as an entire duty. Part of the occasion is the presentation of awards to some distinguished personalities and the attendance of highly profiled personnel, including the NUJ chairman, Oyo State Council, for Melody 100.7 FM Ibadan. I am Kudrat Akim Apampa.
Thank you for staying tuned. Newsline returns shortly. Stay with us.
100.7.
Doing business without advertising is like winking at a girl in the dark. Do not be like a potential bachelor who is busy cutting an eye for a beautiful lady in a very dark room. Give your business the much needed publicity it deserves. Come do business with us by advertising your goods and services on Melody 100.7 FM Ibadan, and let's use our platform to uplift your own. Advertise with us by contacting our marketing department at number 2 MB Makpaderu Street, Bodewa Simi, Basharun, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. Telephone 0915-500-107. That is 0915-500-1007. You can also follow us on all our social media platforms at Melody 107 FM. At Melody FM Ibadan, we help make your business to blow. Yaga yaga. Melody FM, your real home of entertainment. Stay tuned. This Melody.
Melody FM 100.7.
Back, still listening to Newsline and Melody 100.7 FM. Many thanks for staying with us. The news continues, and straight to the business story. The president and chairman of Dangote Industries Limited, Aliko Dangote, on Tuesday called on the federal government to urgently convene a national retreat to resolve Nigeria's persistent electricity crisis, warning that widespread power outages could undermine the country's industrialization drive and economic growth. Dangote made an appeal at the official national launch of the National Industrial Policy 2026 in Abuja, themed From Policy to Productivity, Implementing Nigeria's Industrial Future. The policy emerged against the backdrop of a weak manufacturing sector, which, due to poor electricity supply, high production costs, limited access to finance, infrastructure deficit, and heavy reliance on import, has been constrained. The event was attended by top government officials, captains of industries and development partners, with President Bola Tinubu represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima. In his goodwill message, Dangote stressed that without stable electricity, Nigeria would struggle to create jobs, drive industrial productivity, or achieve sustainable economic growth. And on the foreign scene, Peru's Congress on Tuesday impeached interim President Jose Harry, the Latin American country's 7th head of state in 10 years, and only the latest toppled over graft claims. Harry, 39, was accused of irregular hiring of several women in his government and of suspected graft involving a Chinese businessman. In office since last October, Harry took over from unpopular leader Dina Boluarte, who was also impeached amid protests against corruption and a wave of violence linked to organized crime. Prosecutors last week opened an investigation into whether the head of state exercised undue influence in government appointment. Harry, at the time the head of Paris' unicameral parliament, was appointed last year to serve out the remainder of Boluarte's term, which runs until July, when a new president will take over following elections on April the 12th. He is constitutionally barred from seeking election. And straight to the entertainment news. Nigerian singer and Afrobeat star Simi has spoken out strongly against sexual assault, urging men to confront inappropriate behavior amongst their peers. The artist highlighted the alarming frequency of abuse women face, emphasizing that silence or complicity only perpetuates the problem. In a passionate post on X, formerly Twitter, Simi explained that many men create safe spaces for friends who engage in abusive acts, choosing loyalty over accountability. She condemned this culture, stressing that defending survivors and addressing misconduct should take priority. She urged men to actively call out friends who harass or assault women, noting that women are increasingly afraid for their safety, both outdoors and within their homes. Simi concluded by highlighting the need for a cultural change, insisting that men must hold themselves and others accountable to ensure women can live safely and without fear. Finally, on Sport News today, Nigeria Super Eagles are scheduled to face Jordan in an international friendly during the March FIFA window, according to Afrique-Foot. The match will be held in Amman, Jordan's capital city, between March the 23rd and the 31st, after both football federations finalized arrangement for the fixture. Jordan will use the game as part of its build-up to a historic fourth appearance at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The Middle Eastern side has been grouped alongside African teams, including Algeria, making a clash with Nigeria a valuable test ahead of the tournament. For Nigeria, the friendly present head coach Eric Shell, with an important chance to evaluate fresh talent and fringe players as he works on reshaping the squad following their unsuccessful attempt to secure a World Cup ticket through the African playoffs. Before we end Newsline, here is a recap of the highlights. President urges Senate to confirm Yusuf Nakan Marafa for INEC. Marking the Commission's motor park 540 shops at Bodija Market. Veteran broadcaster urges female journalists to lead charge against insecurity. And on the foreign scene, we told you Peru Congress impeaches interim president after 4 months in office. And lastly, on Sport News today, we also told you Super Eagles set for match friendly against Jordan in Amman. We've come to the end of Newsline and Melody 100.7 FM. Kindly join us on all our social media platforms for more news stories and excellent programming. Newsline was compiled and produced by Kudirat Hakima Pampa and Babola Egunfemi, edited by Eyitayo Olushala. My name is Elizabeth Awoku. Please stay tuned for the Yoruba version of the news shortly. Good afternoon and thank you for listening.
Melody FM 100.7 Melody FM Bashorun Ìbàdàn ó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìròyìn ní ìkànnì Melody 100.7 FM Ìbàdàn.
Mo kí yín ẹ káàsán. Àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn la mú wá fún yín láti kàn ní Melody 100.7 FM Ìbàdàn. Adebola Adebayo ni oníròyìn yín. Ṣáájú ẹ gbọ́ kókó tó wà nínú ìròyìn náà. Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu rọ ilé-ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin àgbà ilẹ̀ yìí láti buwọ́lu Yusuf gẹ́gẹ́ bí alága ìgbìmọ̀ àjọ NACON àti Marafa fún àjọ INEC. Gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé ṣíṣọ́ lójú ibùdó kọ̀ọ̀kan àti ilé ìtajà ìgbàlódé tó tó 2,500 ní ọjà Bódìjà. Àgbà ọ̀jẹ̀ agbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ kan ti rọ àwọn akọ̀ròyìn obìnrin pé kí wọ́n kópa tiwọn nínú gbígbógun ti ọ̀rọ̀ àìsí ètò ààbò lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí. Orílẹ̀-èdè Peru ti ya àga mọ́ ààrẹ Fìdíhẹ́ nídìí lẹ́yìn oṣù 4 rẹ̀ lọ́fíìsì. Ikọ̀ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Super Eagles ti ṣetán láti kojú ikọ̀ agbábọ́ọ̀lù ilẹ̀ Jordan ní Amman. Ìròyìn ọ̀hún rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ti rọ ilé-ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin ilẹ̀ yìí láti ṣe àgbéyẹ̀wò tí wọ́n sì fòǹtẹ̀ jan orúkọ Ismail Abba Yusuf sípò alága àti alákòóso àgbà fún àjọ tó wà fọ́rọ̀ hajj lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà. Bákan náà ni ààrẹ tún ké sí ilé asòfin àgbà ilẹ̀ yìí láti fòǹtẹ̀ jan orúkọ Jemilat Abubakar Marafa láti ìpínlẹ̀ Adamawa gẹ́gẹ́ bí kọmíṣánná àpapọ̀ fún àjọ elétò ìdìbò nílẹ̀ yìí. Ìbéèrè ààrẹ ọ̀hún ló jẹyọ nínú lẹ́tà kan tí ààrẹ fi ṣọwọ́ sí ilé, èyí tí ààrẹ ilé asòfin àgbà ilẹ̀ yìí Godswill Akpabio kà láòkó ìjókòó ilé tó sọ pé ilé yóò fi ààbò jẹ́ padà lẹ́yìn ọ̀sẹ̀ kan. Lánàá ni gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ onímọ̀ ẹ̀rọ Ṣèyí Mákindé ṣíṣọ́ lójú ibùdókọ̀ àti ibùdó ìtajà ìgbàlódé tó tó 2,500 èyí tí ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Àríwá Ìbàdàn kọ́, tó sì pàṣẹ kíkó àwọn òǹtajà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ títì lọ sí lójú ọjà Bódìjà nílùú Ìbàdàn lọ sí àwọn ilé ìtajà ìgbàlódé ọ̀hún lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́. Gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé, ẹni tí ó sọ orúkọ ibùdókọ̀ àti ilé ìtajà ìgbàlódé ọ̀hún ní orúkọ bàbálọ́jà ọjà Bódìjà Alhaji Ismaila Adérẹ̀mí Jimoh, sọ pé iṣẹ́ àkànṣe ọ̀hún ló wà lára ìfarajìn ìṣèjọba rẹ̀ láti mú ìdàgbàsókè àti ìtẹ̀síwájú ńlá bá okòòwò tó fi mọ́ káràkátà nílùú Ìbàdàn. Ó tẹ̀síwájú nínú ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ pé àwọn tó ń tajà lódì kejì ojú ọ̀nà Bódìjà sí UI làwọn náà ni wọn yóò kó lọ sí àwọn ibùdó ìtajà ìgbàlódé tuntun míì níbi oṣù 6 sí àsìkò yìí. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ àpilẹ̀kọ rẹ̀, alága ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Àríwá Ìbàdàn ọ̀nàrẹ́bù Ṣeun Olúfadé gbóṣùbà káre fún ìfarajìn gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé láti mú káyọ̀ túbọ̀ gbẹdẹmukẹ fún àwọn olùgbé ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ lápapọ̀. Àgbà ọ̀jẹ̀ agbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ ni arábìnrin Bọ́lá Tító Joseph ti ké gbàjarè lórí ìbẹ́tò ààbò ṣèrí lọ́lọ́ yìí lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà, níbo tẹnumọ́ pé orílẹ̀‐èdè yìí ń kojú ìpèníjà ètò ààbò tó mẹ́ẹ̀. Nígbà tó ń bá ẹgbẹ́ akọ̀ròyìn lóbìnrin lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà sọ̀rọ̀ NAWOJ ní ilé ẹgbẹ́ NUJ, arábìnrin Joseph pè fún ìwádìí tó lọ́rìn lórí ìjínigbé àti ìgbésùnmọ̀mí tó ń fin orílẹ̀‐èdè yìí lápè. Ó ké sí àwọn akọ̀ròyìn lóbìnrin lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí láti sa gbogbo ipá wọn nínú kíkópa lórí gbígbógun ti àìsí ètò ààbò tó ń kojú orílẹ̀‐èdè yìí. Àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn lẹ́ ń gbọ́ lọ́wọ́ láti kàn ní Melody 100.7 FM Ìbàdàn.
Melody FM Báṣọ̀run Ìbàdàn.
Níbo lọ ń lọ?
Mo ń lọ kéde ọjà mi ní rédíò kan bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Níbo? Má wulẹ̀ dákọ̀, má sunwó náà. Ibi táyé kọjú sí ni ó kọjú sí. Polówó ọjà rẹ ní Melody 100.7 FM. Àtàjèrè ló sì máa tà. Polówó ọjà ní Melody. Sanwó polówó ọjà sí Melody. Jẹ́ kí wọ́n lò ní Melody. Kọjá rẹ ló sì máa tà ní wàrà wàrà.
Ẹ kàn sí ẹ̀ka ìpolówó ọjà wa níléeṣẹ́ wa tó wà ní ojúlé kejì MB Mápàdérun Bódè Wàásìmí Báṣọ̀run Ìbàdàn. Ẹ sì lè pè wá sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbáraẹnisọ̀rọ̀ 0915 500 107 lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí 0915 500 107. Bákan náà lẹ́tún lè kàn sí wa lórí àwọn ìtàkùn ayélujára wa at Melody 107 FM.
Àtàjèrè fún gbogbo ẹni tó bá polówó ọjà ní Melody 100.7 FM.
Rédíò yìí kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀. Melody FM Báṣọ̀run Ìbàdàn.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ padà, ìròyìn tẹ̀síwájú. Aláṣẹ iléeṣẹ́ Dangote lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí Aliko Dangote ti ké sí ìjọba àpapọ̀ láti wá ojútùú sí pọ̀npọ̀nàyàn tó ń kojú ọ̀rọ̀ iná ọba nílẹ̀ yìí, tó sì kìlọ̀ pé àìsí iná ọba tó dúró re lè mú èbù ẹ̀yìn bá ìdàgbàsókè ètò ọrọ̀ ajé lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí. Dangote sọ̀rọ̀ yìí níbi ètò kan níbi tó ti ṣàlàyé pé àkùdé iná ọba ti ṣe àkóbá fún ẹ̀ka iléeṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ti ń pèsè nǹkan síta níbi ọ̀sẹ̀ kan sẹ́yìn. níbi ètò ọ̀hún èyí táwọn èèkàn aláṣẹ ìjọba ti wà níkàlẹ̀ tó fi mọ́ àwọn èèkàn aláṣẹ iléeṣẹ́ náà àwọn olùdókòwò tó jẹ́ alábàáṣepọ̀ rẹ̀ ní igbákejì ààrẹ ilẹ̀ yìí Kazeem Shettima àti ṣojú ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu nínú ọ̀rọ̀ àpilẹ̀kọ rẹ̀ Dangote sọ àsọyàn rẹ̀ pé láìsí iná ọba tó dúró re nílẹ̀ yìí ó ṣeé ṣe kí orílẹ̀-èdè yìí fojú winá àìsí iṣẹ́ àti àìsí ìdàgbàsókè lẹ́ka ètò ọrọ̀ ajé. nílẹ̀ òkèrè ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin ti orílẹ̀-èdè Peru ní lọ́jọ́ ìṣẹ́gun ti yẹ àga mọ́ ààrẹ fìdíhẹ ilẹ̀ náà Jose Jerry nídìí ẹni tó jẹ́ olórí orílẹ̀-èdè keje tí orílẹ̀-èdè ọ̀hún yóò yọ láàrin ọdún mẹ́wàá tí wọ́n sì látàrí àwọn ẹ̀sùn tó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú ìwà àjẹbánu Jerry ẹni ọdún mọ́kàndínlógójì ni wọ́n fẹ̀sùn kàn pé ó ń gba ọ̀kan òjọ̀kan àwọn obìnrin ṣiṣẹ́ nínú ìṣèjọba rẹ̀ tí wọ́n sì tún fura sí pé ó ń hùwà àjẹbánu pẹ̀lú oníṣòwò kan nílẹ̀ China láti oṣù kẹwàá ọdún tó kọjá ní Jerry ti gbàṣàkóso lọ́wọ́ Dina Bolate ẹni tí wọ́n ń rọ̀ lóyè bákan náà láàrin ìfẹ̀hónúhàn tako ìwà jẹgúdújẹrá àti ìwà ọ̀daràn èyí tó so mọ́ ẹgbẹ́ kan. lẹ́ka àmúlùdùn gbajúgbajà olórin afrobeat ọmọ ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà Nìsímí ti kọ̀rọ̀ ojú sí bí ọ̀rọ̀ ìwà ìtàbùkù ẹni lọ́nà ìbálòpọ̀ tó sì rọ àwọn ọkùnrin lórí ìwà ìtọ́ yìí èyí tó ń wáyé látọwọ́ àwọn akẹgbẹ́ wọn